The setbacks pet boarding owners encounter with LSA. As wonderful as LSA sounds, there are issues with it. Bad issues like having been approved but never being seen and never getting any calls. Soon I am going to share with you why that can happen to pet boarding owners. 1. Not all who apply are approved by Google to be shown. 2. Not all who are approved are shown. 1 out of 4 may be shown, and the antidote for this is coming up shortly. 3. You are still seen only on a rotational basis, like PPC, so you may not be seen as much as the other higher-paying pet boarding or giant companies that are stealing your leads, and therefore you may not get as many calls. Sadly, there are many businesses who set up their LSAs with inexperienced ad agencies and are not getting any calls. With our killer strategies, we make sure you get seen more often than the competition, and therefore grab more leads and calls. 4. You still pay for ads, unlike with search box optimization, but not as much as PPC or Facebook ads, and your ROI goes up exponentially, because now you are getting calls, not just views or clicks. 5. You might get up to 30% of calls that are inappropriate, and you are still paying for them. Now comes the good news. If you never participated in LSAs, or worse still if you did, and didn't get any calls, then you might want to listen up and pay attention right here. We have helped hundreds of businesses successfully so far get approved by Google, with our approval rates being 98.8%. This solves problem 1. We use proprietary killer strategies to make sure our clients have all the calls they could possibly wish for, by showing them on page 1 much more often than the competition, because, just like you, we are very good at what we do. This solves the disappointment of being Google approved, but not getting any calls, as many clinics have experienced with other less experienced ad agencies. Our most important distinguishing benefit is the fact that we get our clients qualified, approved, and boarded quickly, so you start seeing results in as little as 2 to 6 weeks. When you start getting calls, we'll introduce you to our secret weapon, which is search box optimization, where you pretty much hog the whole first page and decimate the competition. But that's for later. If this sounds like a good deal to you, go ahead and book a call quickly before the 2 slots are taken, and let's talk about your specific situation and how we can help you, as there are limitations and consequences to waiting, and why you must act now. Why you must decide quickly. Here are the problems of not acting soon. 1. There are only 2 to 3 slots available per location. So if another pet boarding secures the spot ahead of you, you are losing out. 2. The approval process takes some time, and you are missing out on all those leads, calls, and revenue by waiting longer. 3. Over time, we are reaching out to pet boarding owners in neighboring locations, and you'll be losing leads and calls to them. Simply reply, boarding calls, or text us at 805-600-3335 with boarding calls, and tell us what you think about our plan to roll this out to pet boardings in the area.